Kenya has created the facade of booming economy and stable democracy, which is an illusion crafted by Western powers and allies to exploit the country for broader geopolitical domination. All the region conflicts are planned, from Kenya beginning with Somalia, Congo, and now Sudan. Western and now Arab nations have found a kindred spirit in a palpable and corrupt politician like at the current head of state to continue pilfering and looting resources. Rich but volatile nation in Horn of Africa, which is why Ruto is still in power. Next week, he travels to China to help them seal more unscrupulous deal, and speculation is rife that he must pass through Dubai, where he proceeds of crime are banker. His biggest supporters at the moment at UK and FD Neon were gone together with Sweden, Denmark, Finland, UAE. Next week, UAE and France. They have made the conclusion and deliberate the decision to stand with corrupt politicians and ultimately saying that Kenyans can go hell and die in droves, which is a sad news, and people in the Republic of Kenya must now come for accountable and ensure that they are well living under good leadership and before we make it 2027. And therefore, fellow Kenyans, you must ensure that any leader you will elect, it is now upon you to choose your leader wisely. Therefore, this is the video exposing so far how the international community of serving our country, Kenya.
This is how Kenya became a pawn for foreign powers. On the surface, Kenya looks like the success story of East Africa, stable, diplomatic, and a rising economic power. But scratch beneath that, and you'll find something else. Kenya is being used as a tool for foreign interests, profiting from conflicts that keep the region unstable. Take Somalia, for example. Kenya sent troops there in 2011, officially to fight al-Shabaab, but somehow it turned into a business. Kenyan officials got involved in smuggling sugar, charcoal, and even weapons, basically supporting the chaos that they were trying to stop. And who benefits from all of this? Well, definitely not the average Kenyans. It's the elites and their foreign backers. Then of course, no story is complete without exploiting the good old Congo. Kenya stepped in, but not as a peacemaker, but as a broker for mining and energy deals that mostly went out to Western and Chinese corporations. Meanwhile, in South Sudan, Kenyan banks have been caught laundering money tied to warlords, which is the money that keeps the conflicts alive. And what's the situation at home? The people struggle under debt and heavy taxes, while foreign lenders, IMF policies, and Kenyan elites carve up the economy. Ruto calls it economic diplomacy, but in reality, it's the same old imperialist
You've watched and listened to the video clip, ladies and gentlemen. I want to take this golden chance once again to welcome you to this broadcast at Zion Kenya TV YouTube channel. It is a pleasure to meet you, and thank you so much for your continued support that you always offer to this broadcast. Because for sure, if it was not your support, then this channel could have not reached where it is as at now. To the new subscribers, to the first subscribers who are subscribed to this broadcast, I want to say thank you for your subscription, and as you border the same boat with the members, please consider to share my video to your friends, family, and relatives. Ladies and gentlemen, the current head of state is being exposed internationally based on its leadership. When we recall some years back, that is 2024-2023, the Gen Z stormed the street of Nairobi, and many of them were tear gas while demanding for their right. It forces William Ruto, the current head of state, to do what we call cabinet reshuffle, and he did it as the president. Some of them were fired, but he was doing hiring and firing. which we have gone to an extent of now even swallowing the opposition, and up to this moment, no opposition. We recall even our police officers being taken to Haiti. Even up to now, many of them have lost life. The current head of state cannot pardon them and say, please come back to our country, because we are really losing our beloved brothers and sisters over there. Then what next for William Ruto? After his administration is being exposed internationally, what a shame are we in as a country? I prefer the current head of state to at least consider and listen to the people's plea, people's voice across the country. We have so many political analysts. We have so many political observers. We have so many political class which I prefer William Ruto to listen to even in this broadcast. And therefore, I conclude by saying the current head of state have failed, and he have failed to deliver what he promised as the president in the Republic of Kenya. The words which I've read are not my words. They are words coming from the same person born and raised in the Republic of Kenya. And that video is very clear and is saying that this is the way forward. This is where we are as a country. Since our country got independence in 1963, most of the leaders we are electing, they don't care. They are exploiting our resources. Not only William Ruto's administration, but we have so many leaders who are exploiting our resources. And what next for them? When we talk about leadership skills, I keep on telling you about leadership skills in this broadcast. Most of our leaders are corrupt. They don't even care. The only essential thing they can think of is all about abduction. It's all about tear gassing youth. It's all about what we call racism. That is the only thing they can call. They can recall among themselves. Well, it is good to build a good relationship with the international community, which I don't disagree but agree on that. But the question is, what about Kenyans? Because when Donald J. Trump took over power, the current president in the United States of America, the first speech which he delivered at Washington, D.C., he said, American first. Why should we bother the same boat with Donald J. Trump and say Kenyan first? Is when we seek other help from other from other community. We have failed, and you can as well testify. Ladies and gentlemen, what can you say? Give us your opinion. I rest my case at this point. Bye bye.